Towering above the tree-lined streets in the Fort Greene section of Brooklyn stands a great edifice of steel, granite, and limestone. A monument to the educational ideals of one man. Dr. Albert Colston, a visionary and educator, created a high school that inspires and challenges its students to realize their talents for the benefit of society. For almost 100 years, Brooklyn Technical High School has been considered one of the most elite and prestigious schools in the country. The school emphasizes a positive self-image and a moral compass that guides students throughout their personal and professional lives. Its alumni represent a who's who of leaders in America. Widely acclaimed, its athletic programs are continuously successful year after year. In particular, the history of Tech's football team is among the richest in the country and goes well beyond the X's and O's. At its core is a genuine affection and camaraderie that players and coaches share. This is something that is not easily defined, whether it's the physical sacrifice, the reliance upon one another to succeed, or the commitment to be the best you can be. The bonds that are created are profound and lifelong.
Playing football for Tech is such an important part of my life because every day I see me forming into the man that I aspire to be one day.
During my 21 years as head football coach at Tech, every one of my players attended college.
The 1972 season was the most controversial season that I've ever been involved with. It was an overtime game that had a controversial call, the simultaneous catch in favor of the other team.
My father felt that success was important both on and off the field. And if you were going to be a success on the field, it was because you learned how to be a success off the field.
I think the Tech football experience is so transformative and powerful because it's really a place where you begin to make that transformation from being a child into a young man.
Students who came to play football at Brooklyn Tech knew that they had to be both academically prepared and physically prepared.
The history of Brooklyn Tech football is so rich because of Adam J. Cirillo. He brought things to New York City football that no other coach brought.
A phrase that my father used over and over again was that football was a means to an end, and it was the education that he wanted everyone to have.
The excellence of the program speaks for itself. Both with Adam Cirillo and Joe Cosacria, there were multiple winning seasons, multiple city championships, and just a general feeling of excellence. The Tech football experience is so powerful and transformative because the young men playing football are at the critical point in their life for the development of who they will become.
The bonds I've formed with my teammates at Tech have been the greatest I've experienced so far in my life. They're the people I hang out with after school, on weekends, the people whose birthday parties I go to.
The bond the players share with one another is an unbreakable one. I told them early on when they joined the team that 50 years from now, the closest friends you'll have were guys from Tech football. We said this to every team, and as they approach those years, they realize that it's a true statement.
I think that the Tech football players give back because they recognize the love and dedication that my father showed to them over the years.
When I think about Tech and its influence and its impact in my life, I wanted to find a way to expand that opportunity to students in underrepresented communities. So CAS Prep is a program I founded about 6 years ago to allow students from underrepresented communities to have a means to have access to schools like Brooklyn Tech.
Tech football players think that it's important to give back to the community because Brooklyn Tech was a life-changing experience for them.
Being a part of this football program, I'm learning values like becoming a team player, becoming someone who's really there for other people and not just himself.
I think most schools don't bother with core values. I think at Brooklyn Tech, it was very important to instill the core values in kids.
And so the combination of both our on-field and off-field accomplishments, I think, is what keeps the legacy strong.
I don't have one fulfilling moment as a coach. I have 21 years of fulfilling moments as a coach. I wouldn't trade 1 second of my time being the head football coach at Brooklyn Tech for anything in the world.